All right, here we go. We got you ever get one of these Passats that have the dash vents that look like this? This works right here. That works great. If this part right here is broken, that doesn't move, you might as well get another one of these because there's a little tab that controls this back here, and those usually break off if you spray that junk incense stuff inside here and it gets sticky. Yeah, that usually makes it so you can't move them anymore and you force it and it cracks. But if this is good and this locks up like that, then this side's good. But these over here, all these fall out. I'm going to show you why that does that, and I'm going to show you what to look for and how to get this thing out of your dash. It's going to look a little bit scary. You think you might mess this up here, like your dash panel, but really it puts a little crease in it, but it goes back after a while. Now I'll get started. All right, I got my camera balanced on the steering wheel here. Let's see if we can get this done. I got one of these here and a flat tip screwdriver. This usually works better if you have two of these little pry bars. Work out pretty good. But I'm going to stuff this probably about 1.5 inches, about right in this area here is where you want to stick it. And then stick the screwdriver in about the same spot. Shove it in there about less than 1 inch, about 3/4 of an inch. And then just pry up, okay? You can see it you can't see that right there, but it makes a little bit of an indentation, but that goes away after a little bit. All right. Pry this other side out. There we go. Pretty much that easy. You can just pull it out. Now, some of them have the lights on here, which usually never work, and they're really worthless to replace. I can just pop that out, pop this one out. There you have it. You can see where I pried. It just pushes up, but it goes back down. So don't get too freaked out, not unless you're pushing too hard and you do a little damage to it. But you can actually see just a little spot where that screwdriver was, but it's okay. That will go away. Okay, now I'm going to take this apart now that I got it out of the car. So it's pretty obvious. You got these little tabs right here. So you just pull those up with your finger. Just like that. And then this plate comes off pretty easy. Very easy, matter of fact. Okay, now the problem that causes these to fall out is right here in the center, okay? So you can see this gap's a little bigger here, a little smaller up there. What happens is when you move this up and down, it tends to want to shove that this way. So one side or the other ends up falling out. So you can actually just go in here and just put everything back together. You're going to see the little holes. As long as your tabs on this aren't broke off, on these, on the vent rungs, you'll be okay. Just get them all put back in the correct position. I won't make you sit here and watch me do this, but go ahead and work those back in, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I actually took mine out of there. Took it right out and fixed it because it was easier, so I could just snap everything back in these holes. And you got to make sure that this tab here is still there. So after you're all done, it'll look like that. So this tab right here needs to go back in. So you see it there, back in this area here, because that's what controls it. Sometimes there's a little tab on here that ended up breaking. So if this freewheels, then that's broken in there. And then if you get another one from the scrap yard or salvage yard, you can always put another wheel in if you want to. If you can't find a good one, these are usually interchangeable, not unless it has that light on there. So I'll go ahead and stick this back in here. Kind of a delicate little process. You don't want to have them all fall back out. Okay, I got it in there. Everything looks good. All right, now to fix this problem here, you can use hot glue to spread that apart and get them to stay there. Or what I like to do is you can take a zip tie and you can just cut a piece off your zip tie. About yay long. You know how long that is? I don't either. Just make it about as long as this here and stick it in there. Make this one a little shorter. I always say if it's broke, try to fix it, because you can't break it any worse, right? This bottom side's a little tight, but we'll get it in there. There. And that will keep it from spreading apart. And after you get it stuck in there, put the top back on, put the vent cover back on here, snap it down, and there you have it. It's all pretty good. Okay. Got any questions? Let me know. It's pretty simple. I mean, I think anybody can do it. And then when you're all done, you can plug your lights back in. Oh, and some people wonder, I sell these things too, so if you're wondering if you can replace these lights, you can, but it's a pain in the neck, and it really isn't worth tearing all this stuff apart over here just to get that stupid little light back in there. It's just my opinion. You may have a different one, but that's cool. So plug your lights back in, shove it back in the dash, clip it in there. You're all set. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.